Welcome. First, let me take the opportunity to say a very big thank you for you taking your time to watch the video of what I plan to do when I become the GDG champion for South Africa. First, let me ask us, what exactly is GDG? Simply put, GDG is a group of Google developers group in various cities, various countries, and various states, as well as various provinces, coming together to use Google technology and Google tools to develop applications that will better the lots of human beings, that will better the cause of human beings, which in turn will bring some income into their pocket. However, what is the idea behind GDG? The idea behind GDG is inspiring developers to use Google tools to contribute to the development of humanity. That's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly my plan when I become the GDG champion for South Africa. My plan is to inspire developers all over South Africa, across Pretoria, across Johannesburg, across Durban, across Cape Town, in everywhere in South Africa. How exactly do I plan to do this? Let's see the outline of what I plan to do and I want to do when I become the GDG champion. The idea is women first, so I'm going to talk about women first. What do I mean by this? Long before Google announced that they wanted to start GDG Women's Section, myself and Ishmael Makitna, who are the managers of GDG Pretoria, we started the Women's Section already. And we appointed Siveshne Monsami as the GDG Women Lead. She has been doing a fantastic job. And because of this, it did not take us too long time to actually nominate her when we had the announcement from Google. When I become GDG champion for South Africa, I will make sure that I strengthen women participation among us in the whole of South Africa. And these I'll do across South Africa, both in Cape Town, Durban, Pretoria, Johannesburg, and every other area where Google developers are needed. In addition to this, I'm going to make sure that there are a lot of participation from women or ladies in our universities in South Africa. The implication of this is that by the reason of GDG involving a lot of women in GDG activities, it's going to mean that there are a lot of women developers that are coming up as a result of us, which is going to be one of the contributions that Google will be making through their development tools. Thank you. Another thing that I'll make sure that I do is the technology outreach program. That is the Google Technology Outreach Program. The idea behind this is that we'll make sure that there's a lot of tutorials, trainings and programs on how to use Google tools, both Android, which is for mobile development, HTML5 and Chrome development tools, which is for web development and web RTC. I will also make sure that all these are being used in South African universities. We have been doing this already, so there's no point in making an empty promises. This we have been doing through our Android over T that we do every Friday. We've been to many universities in South Africa, TUT, that is the Johnny University of Technology, University of Pretoria, as well as the University of South Africa. We are yet to get to University of Witwatersrand, University of Cape Town, University of the Free State, the Durban University of Technology. Single-handedly and personally, I've been to Mangosuthu University of Technology in Durban to actually propagate this evangelism. And these are being brought into a lot of lecturers, a lot of schools, a lot of faculties in various universities that are doing computer science, information technology. They have been calling on us, especially myself and Ishmael Makitla, to come and deliver Android training. So if I become the Google Developers Champion for South Africa, I'll make sure that Google Technology Outreach Program is very and highly strengthened within the South African region. Thank you. Again, one thing that I also make sure that I do is to organize Google Developers South African Conference. I'm sure this is possible, and this is a dream that I've actually been nurturing for some time now. A lot of people have bought into these ideas. So it's now left to me to now see how I can actually bring people together to make sure that this dream become a reality. Presently, as I'm speaking, in Kobe in Japan, the Google Developers Group they are organizing a conference, and I've seen it on their website. I've seen it on their online, the programs that they have, and they are highlighted. So by doing this, I'm sure that I will bring a lot of developers together within the South African community that are using Google Developers too. And I'm sure with the support and help from Google and from Google office in South Africa, I'm sure this is going to become a reality. Thank you. Finally, I believe that working together we can do more to better the Lotus Google Developer Group in South Africa. And I also believe that working together we can achieve our aim of bringing a lot of Google developers together in South Africa. So what do I mean by this is that I'm going to make sure that I work with Google office in South Africa, Daniel Hackton, as a contact person. I'm also going to make sure that I work with Google Regional Manager, which is Emeka. I'm also going to make sure that I work with various houses that are doing something similar and that are collaborating with Google. An example of such an house is the Johannesburg Tech Hub, which Daniel Hackton actually go to oversee some of the activities there. So I believe that I'm working with these people, I'm going to be able to achieve more to bring South African developers together. Thank you. In conclusion, let me inform you that I've been a manager of GDG Pretoria since 2011, and we have performed very well. In the whole of South Africa, our GDG is the most viable GDG in South Africa. Not only have we performed very well in South Africa, we've performed well across the world. Our GDG is on the map and we are known everywhere. So if given the opportunity to become the South African GDG champion, I'm sure that GDG South Africa will be on the map. We'll be able to participate in the 100 African Challenge, which has been missing GDG South Africa since its inception. This does not mean that we do not have developers who can participate in this challenge. It's as a result of lack of cohesion and coherent collaboration. But if given the opportunity to become GDG South Africa champion, we will be able to achieve all these, and GDG South Africa as a whole will be on the map. Thank you.